It was midsummer. I was getting into my ninth grade, so I had 2 months of vacation. One weekend, my parents had to go for a business trip. I had no interest to join them, so I decided I'll stay at my friend's home, as his parents were out of town for some personal reasons too. We were both best friends and we grew up in the same neighborhood. His house was just minutes away. I had to take my bicycle to reach his house. When I reached his house, we both sat and started discussing what we were going to do. We gathered some video games and snacks to his room, which was upstairs. And let me tell you, we were that kind of boring kids who never got out to play with others. Me and my friend were very interested in dark subjects like ghost stories, ghost hunting, horror movies, and dark web. After playing video games for a while, we were kind of bored. So we started discussing about hacking and dark web. Stuff like that. My friend suggested that we should explore dark web. At first, I thought it was not right, but my curiosity kicked in and I gave up myself to that idea, which I regret even today while I'm telling you this. We glimpsed into the dark web. At first it was all usual and bizarre stuff, like weapons which were sold illegally. I was feeling uncomfortable while scrolling through the dark web. After a few moments, our screen froze. I started to get tensed. We tried to exit the dark web, but nothing really worked. After a few seconds, while we were freaked out, suddenly the screen became blank. We had no idea about what was going on. Time went really slow. Few seconds later, the screen was lit up and we both looked at each other. We were stunned at what we saw on the screen. A video popped up, and in that video, there was a kid about our age, tied up to a chair. He was covered in bruises. Out of nowhere, a man appeared. He was wearing a mask. It looked as if the mask was made up of skin. No matter what it was made up of, but it was creepy. We were afraid. We struggled to switch off the laptop, but nothing worked. It stayed on. It felt like the man was directly staring at us. And after some time, he turned around, walked towards the kid, and started laughing. And then there was a moment of silence. Silence was broken by the muffled screams of the boy. The man started to drag him. Nothing was visible in the video except the dark and bloody room. We were able to hear the screams of the boy like he was about to tear his throat. It was getting louder and louder. We couldn't listen to it. We tried to move, but all we were able to do was scream and listen. We were sitting and watching it helplessly. The boy who was in the video stayed alive, suffering from all those pain. After some time, the man turned towards us and spoke in a husky voice. I enjoy doing this. If you tell it to anyone, I am going to find you, don't worry. I know where you live. I know everything about you. I am going to enjoy every second watching you suffer. So make sure you don't tell this to anyone. Right. We were completely frightened and it felt like I was gonna throw up. When I looked at my friend, he was still blank and was looking at the screen as if nothing happened. I soon gained my motion. I was able to move. I grabbed the laptop and threw it at the wall. We were silent about it. We did not speak a word after that for a long time. My friend had become almost dumb. He speaks rarely. We were so afraid that it stopped us from telling it to others. It's been 7 years now since the incident, but everything changed around us. I will not forget that day for the rest of my life. I will not forget the man's frightening voice ever. I will not forget the sound of the boy's scream. It haunts me every day, every night, every hour, every minute and every second. I am taking a step which I fear the most. I have told you everything that happened that day. I don't know if he's going to find me, but I don't want to live with this fear anymore. So here it is. I feel a bit relieved now. The weather is rainy and I love it that way. What the hell? There is someone standing right behind the curtain. I can see it by the flash of the lightning. Oh my god, it is a man and he is approaching me. Wait, he's the same guy with the same mask and I think he's here for me. I told you that I am going to find you.